I want to confess that I took a shower for the purpose of this live. I did not intend on taking a shower anytime soon. But because I had to do this live, I was like, I really cannot do it with a headscarf on and my, what's it called? I don't know how to say it in English, but melaka. Momatlong. Yeah, because I hadn't washed my face either. And you know how you just feel like you can't be in front of people, even if it's online, if you haven't brushed your teeth? That too. So, hi guys. I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not going to do the waiting game. Hi, my name is Dipuka Moleboke, known on this platform as Barbs, because Barbara is my first name, but I prefer that you call me Dipuka when you see me in the streets because it's a better representation of the person and the character that I am or have. So the purpose of these lives is to not to come on here and pretend like I know it all. I am literally taking you guys on my journey, my spiritual journey more than anything, as I'm learning quite a few things. Because all my life I've been a guinea pig. All my life it's like I have to be the one that goes through the fire so that I can then go and share with people um, what I learned from going through the fire. It's just a role that I've always taken on. Nobody has enforced it on me. One of my um, how can I say? I don't want to say toxic traits, but yeah, I've always loved sharing, even if it means sharing when I'm like in the thick of it. One there was a time where my therapist told me that I shouldn't do that. Like I should really figure myself out and go through it and heal um, from certain situations before being so excited to switch on the camera and share. But yeah, I feel like there are a lot of channels and content out there of preachers and mega churches, mega pastors who who are already seem like they know it all. So I think it may be intimidating for new Christians or people that are trying to change their lives. Anyway, so the message for today, before I go on and on and on, is you thought. You thought. You thought. As in, you thought you knew better. You thought that um, your opinion or the way you sorry, I just finished the 10, or the way you saw something or the way that you thought about something um, was the truth or was the best way of doing it. So yesterday I mentioned how I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to church, but I'm gonna try, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go because I was like, yeah, I'm so tired and getting up and leaving the house every single day from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'm just like, I just want to be at home all day and not have to start my car and drive anywhere. I thought. When I told you I spent today kind of depressed. I spent today kind of depressed. And I think that's why. I think that's why. I think when you come out of a season of isolation and depression, the worst thing that you can do for yourself is isolate yourself again. Even if you think it's what you need, as much as it's tiring sometimes going out and being around people, because at church it's not necessarily that you're going to see people, it's like sometimes you're just around people. So sometimes you just have to force yourself to be around people because otherwise you're going to spend a day like the one I had where I was on, just in bed. I think I tried to sleep a couple of times. I miss being a kid. And I mentioned this yesterday. I miss being a kid because when I was a kid, I could spend days, like 3 days or so, 3, 4 days without bathing. And that was something that you and your cousins or your friends would compete. Like, okay, how long can you go without bathing? And it was cool. It wasn't that deep. When you were a kid, you could just sleep, wake up, sleep, wake up, sleep, wake up the whole day without feeling anything. Now, as an adult, it makes my brain hurt. And I hate it because I just want to sleep. I'm tired. You know how tired, like, I'm talking to my brain. It's like, you know how tired I've been for the past week. Why can't I just sleep all day? My brain won't allow me to. It ends up hurting, and my eyes end up feeling really dry. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, the message, or the reason why I'm going on this long rant, is because in life, sometimes we feel like we know what's best, but um, sometimes it ends up doing more damage than good. Sometimes it's like you really feel like you need that rest. Um, Although you know that you're supposed to be consistent and go to church consistently, you're like, no, I just need a rest. You just end up going to work on Monday feeling even more crappy because you were just groggy and lazy and um, lonely the whole day the day before. So, um, yeah, I mean, I could throw a bunch of scriptures and talk about how um, God didn't intend for man to be alone. That's why he gave Eve to Adam, or that's why he ensured that Adam had Eve. That's why Jesus had his disciples. He never wanted us to be alone. And one of the things that I've learned is that myself, for instance, this year may have been one of those things where I cold turkey got myself out of like a life of partying and being out there with people and alcohol and all of that, and then I cold turkey left that. And this year, after like I also left a job, meant more time at home, feeling lonely, being alone, and it's just I don't think I went about it the right way. I don't think I created any systems to support my decisions. And yeah, that's pretty much the reflection for today. Sometimes you think you know better, but sometimes the best thing that you can do is um, what you don't want to do, or what your mind is convincing you that you shouldn't do, because either you think you're too tired or you think that whatever is best. I don't know. You would know what that is for you and your life. For me, I should have just got up and went to church, man. And maybe went to see a friend or something. But yeah, that's the reflection for today, this Sunday.